Hello and welcome back to Train Simulator Classic. We are driving a Leeds to Nottingham service from Sheffield to Nottingham. Yeah, just coming into Sheffield station now. Let's get the UI back on. So, typically these days, these would be done by Class 195s. However, Class 195s are not in the game yet, so we're doing it in this, a lovely 158. Got some good late 80s traction in. So yeah, should be all stops. Should be Dronfield, Chesterfield, Alfreton, Langley Mill, Ilkeston, and Nottingham. This is a route that I know quite well. Not travelled on it in quite some time due to not living in Sheffield anymore, but I used to travel on it every day for work as part of my job. So yeah. Right, let's try and stop aligned with the board. I know it's a 4 or 5 car stop, and we're stopping as a 3 car here, but whatever. We are also a little tiny bit late, but we're not in career mode, so who cares? It's fine. It looks like we got a minute or two here at Sheffield, so I will see you when it is time to go. Alright, doors are closing. We got the buzzer? Yes, we are. Let's put it back and forward. That would help. That would help us to go. So, next stop is Dronfield in 6.96 miles. I know, I definitely know this bit of the line, the bit near Sheffield. I know that the best. So, I mean, I could try and do it without the user interface on, but I'm not going to attempt that. I don't think it would go very well, so I'm going to be good. I'm going to leave the UI on. Because, once again, it has been a very long time since I've been on this route. Right, we can do 40 now. Let's give it full beans. I do like giving it full beans. So, yeah, this is, kind of clipping through the bridge there. Oh, look, there's the Metrolink tracks. Not Metrolink. Jeez, that's Manchester. Supertram. Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to get ripped apart for that if there's any tram lovers in my comments. But yeah, anyway. It's a lovely Class 158 stroke 7. I don't know a huge amount about 158s from a technical perspective, apart from they can go 90 miles an hour. That's mostly it. Let's just get in here just in case the alarm goes off. I've got the enhancement pack, the Armstrong Powerhouse enhancement pack for it, so that's why we've got some cool things like GSMR registration and... well, there's the alarm going off. And like simulated signal buzzer. So that's all very nice and good. Oh, and working destination input system. So yeah. Yes indeed. Should we have a look at the interior of the passenger area? This is not what they look like in real life. Absolutely not. The seats do not have this livery on them, or moquette. Maybe they did once upon a time, I don't know. That's not what they look like now, I can tell you that for free. The interiors are definitely a lot darker than this in real life, which helps them feel a lot kind of cozier and more ambient. Ambient, I don't know. We're going up a 1 in 100 gradient right now, so we are struggling a little bit for speed. It's what happens when you have a train from the late 80s, but oh well, it is what it is. It's not like we're in a huge rush. So yeah, try and make our way up to 80 miles an hour, if we can, and then I know we'll have Bradway Tunnel, is it Bradway? It's like Bradway Tunnel or Bradfield Tunnel. I don't remember exactly which, but it's around a mile long if I remember correctly. And actually, So I think there was a warning board for 70 limit coming up, which is there. Ooh. That 70 limit takes us round a curve, and then just after the curve we go into the tunnel. I can tell you that much about the route. Once we get south of Chesterfield, I will be struggling with my route knowledge. So yeah, it's a very good reason I've got the user interface up. Made it to 60 miles an hour, so we are doing a decent speed. Just not quite the speed that we want to be at, but ah well. Yeah, I was they don't give you that much time. So at the beginning of this scenario, it was like, oh, there's another one there, kind of passing us. Yeah, at the beginning of the scenario, it was like it had me sat in in a bit of track just north of Sheffield Station, stopped with the cab not set up. So it was just like, right, set up the cab and make your way into Sheffield. And it gave me maybe 2.5 minutes to set my cab up and get into the platform at Sheffield. It takes longer to do that in real life, so that's why we left Sheffield a little bit late, but I'm hoping that we can make it most of the time by Dronfield. Right, so we've got the 70 limit now. This bit of track that you see here has changed completely since this route was made for Train Sim. There's another track here, and there's Totley Station, which has been extended and has been given another whole platform. So, yeah, that's not accurate anymore, but ah well. Ah well. You can see soon, in like a little over a mile, this upwards gradient is going to finally level out, and we should be able to make it up to 90, possibly before Dronfield. For all intents and purposes, that looked a bit close, that tunnel. Jeez, let's get the cab light on. For all intents and purposes, when it comes to speed limits on this route, this train is classed as an HST, which is quite funny, considering this and an HST are very, very different trains, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining. We can go 90, we can go 90. But yeah, I will see you, I guess, when we are coming out of the tunnel. Alright, here we go. Put the instrument lights on. We are now coming out the tunnel and picking up a lot of speed, so I'm going to back off on the throttle, because we do have a station in 0.9 miles. I'm actually going to give it step 1 of braking now. Might have been slightly late, I don't know. Oh yeah, we're going downhill actually. Okay, straight into step 2 it is. That is not what I wanted to be doing, straight off the bat, but I forgot about how the downhill would influence our ability to brake, so it is what it is. Get it down to maybe 40 miles an hour, then I'll put it back into step 1. Right, and hope that brings us most of the way down. So, I mean, we left Sheffield maybe a minute and a half late, and I mean, it looks like we might be less than a minute late for Dronfield, so we have made it most of the time, it seems. God, we're really struggling to accelerate. Back into step 2 it is. It's just such a steep downhill. Like, this part of our railway network it's steep. Like, it's very, very steep. So, yeah. Looks like we're going to want to go pretty much all the way to the end of the platform. Although the whole train is now on the platform, so I can see the 4-car marker. It's kind of hidden behind the train now, but Oh, no, hang on. Did not want to do that. I just put it into step 2 without thinking. Right, back into step 1. You know what, I'm just gonna stop because we're just losing time by doing this. Let's open the doors. The whole train's on the platform anyway, so... You know, we're absolutely fine. So yeah, Dronfield. Let's say this is a decently accurate representation of what it looks like in real life. Obviously with the usual interesting train sim classic graphics, because this game is from 2009, but well, it is what it is, right? I'm gonna put my game volume up because I can barely hear the buzzer. Right. We should be able to accelerate incredibly well now because we do have a big downward gradient. And then we've got Chesterfield in 5 and a bit miles. So yeah, we should actually hopefully make it up to 90 this time. And hopefully I'll get the braking a little bit better for Chesterfield. Yeah, I don't think I've ever stopped at Dronfield in real life. For those that don't know, I used to do the food trolleys on East Midlands Railway services. Predominantly the Liverpool to Norwich route, although I usually only went as far as Grantham. Did go to Norwich a few times, but usually just Liverpool to Grantham. And most of the services don't stop at Dronfield. They all stop at Chesterfield and Alfreton. And then like they kind of... Some of them didn't stop at either Ilkeston or Langley Mill. Some of them stopped at one, some of them stopped at both. But I don't think any of the ones that I worked on stopped at Dronfield. So, yeah, never been there in real life. Looks like a kind of normal East Midlands town. It's a very, very northerly East Midlands town. Okay, I'm gonna turn my game volume. No, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the game volume back down. It's getting a little bit loud. Don't want to close the window. I like having the window open. I'm gonna have some more water as well. It's a certified hydration moment. Right, we're coming up on 90 miles an hour and we're going downhill, so I'm just going to completely back off on the throttle. Let the train do all the work now. It is still accelerating, even with the throttle off. That is pretty impressive. Right, let's give it some step 1, just to manage our speed a little bit. Let it slowly build back up to 90 and then bring it down a tad each time. One thing that is quite unique to the 158 and other enhancement packs in this game is like the train actually moves around on the tracks. On a lot of units it's just a smooth ride, whereas in real life it would be bouncing around a little bit, and you can kind of see it bouncing around, which I really, really like. Just such a well done enhancement pack. I really, really enjoy it. Right, we are coming up on Chesterfield. We're not really going downhill anymore. If anything, we're about to go uphill a bit, so I'm gonna start braking around, I think, a mile out and see what that does for us. So, yeah, that should do it. So this route that's just joining us now, that is... Oh, got double yellows. Double flashing yellows even. That means we're going to be diverging. I assume... Oh yeah, of course. We'll be diverging at Claycross Junction. because that's where the route splits between the route to Derby and Nottingham. I might need to give it some step 2. We'll see. Just gonna keep my eye on it. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the line that's just come in on the left is a kind of diversionary route. It's usually freight only, but it takes you like the kind of long way around to Sheffield, used during disruption symptoms. I'm coming in way too fast. I should have put in step 2 way earlier. At least it's quite a long platform. And actually we did get down to around 30 for it, so yeah. Just try and make sure we stop in time. But yeah, it's a decent length platform, so we are kind of okay. You can see the 4 or 5 car stop board. Let's actually stop braking now. So I braked a little bit too much there. We're basically on time anyway, so I'm not that fast. There's the board, come on. That's close enough. Right. Let's get those doors open. Welcome to Chesterfield. This is a station that I know very well. Is that... We've got a river there that just doesn't move. Okay then. Sure. I'll just keep it in forward. Yeah, we've still got the flashing yellow, so need to be mindful of that. Right, we've got the doors closing. Got an East Midlands Railway 158 coming in now. So that'll be on a Norwich to Liverpool Lime Street service. So yeah, next stop is Alfreton. So it tells us we can go 95 because we're an HST. But there's one slight problem with that. This unit cannot do 95. It can do 90 miles an hour. But I mean, we're gonna get to this 70 board anyway before we even get close to 95, so it doesn't matter anyway. It does not matter anyway. Yeah, I think we'll be, I think the 70 is to take us over this junction so that we can get on the lines to our left. Now, we do have a single yellow now, do we? It's hard to tell with the screen. No, it's a green. It's a green with junction indicators, so we don't need to worry about... I assumed it would be a single yellow, because that's usually what you'd expect to see after a single flashing yellow, but maybe it's a game thing, maybe it's just a weird quirk of this route. But because we've now got a green, we don't have to worry about the signal being red. If it was a single yellow, I would have been braking now to make sure that we don't pass this next signal. But because it was green, I know that we're fine. Got a class 222 there. Right, and do 90 again. Although I think that's going to go down again fairly soon, because it's not the sharpest of curves at Claycross Junction, but it is, there's definitely a curve there. Yeah, we should be on time now for the rest of this, hopefully. Should be absolutely fine. Yeah, okay, so we got an 80 limit coming up. So we'll need to be mindful of that. And then immediately a 70. Okay. Cool. Don't know why they even bother having the 80 there. Like, if it's gonna be 70 straight after. I don't know. I don't know. Dang. This bit of track's a bit wiggly. Alright, let's ease back on the throttle. Give it a step of braking in a few seconds just to get us below 70 in just over half a mile. Ding! Yeah, I still don't know why there's an 80 and then a 70. Oh, I see. Okay. So the 80 is for this curve. And then the 70 is for this left hand. Okay. I suppose that explains it, but still. Seems a little bit silly. So, we are now diverging from the Midland Main Line. Onto the Erewash Valley Line. So, yeah. We're very clearly now going to Nottingham instead of Derby. Alright, let's give it some power, because we can go 80 in a second. So we got like five and a bit miles until Alfreton. I've got a friend who used to live very, very near this line. But, yeah, not anymore. They have since moved to a completely different part of the country. So I've stopped at all these stations. I've stopped at Alfreton, Langley Mill and Ilkeston. I've never gotten off at them. Like, I've never been to the actual places they serve. So I couldn't really tell you anything about them, apart from they're just kind of bog standard East Midlands towns. Right, let's pull back on the throttle a bit. We're going uphill a little bit, so shouldn't have too much difficulty preventing ourselves from speeding. Well, this gradient is changing very frequently. If you see the the number at the bottom of the screen, it was just going all over the place there. Yeah, this is quite a pretty route, I think. It's very green. There's a lot of nature going on, which I like. Is that sand or snow? It's got to be sand, right? There's no, I mean, this game doesn't really have snow in it, really, does it? I don't know. Maybe some routes, but not this one. Got some sort of goods line, I assume, on the left there. The dial on the speedometer seems a little bit, I don't know, ambitious. Because technically, we are doing under 80 miles an hour, but, like, that makes it seem like we're doing slightly over it, so, I don't know. I don't know. Right, we've got Alfreton coming up now, so we're going to want to think about braking fairly soon. Like, I don't know. I'll give it a few seconds. We're only doing 80 as opposed to 90 on the approach to Chesterfield, so that should help us a little bit. Right, we're going to start braking now. It's a slight downhill gradient, but nothing like the one approaching Dronfield. Nothing like it at all. I mean, it's less than half as steep, so yeah, should be a lot easier to brake for this. And we've got 2 minutes until we're due in anyway, so yeah, we're definitely on time now. We have definitely made up our time. Probably helped by my aggressive braking for the last 2 stations, which was a little bit silly of me, but we move. We move. It is okay. But yeah, no, we're doing absolutely fine now. On the approach to Alfreton here. Although saying that, the station is coming up. I might need to give it a touch of notch 2. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm giving it some notch 2. I believe this station can fit 6 coaches, and obviously we're only half of that, so we don't really have to worry about that. I mean, look at this. The whole train's already on the platform. So, yeah, we're absolutely fine on that front. Just gonna look out for the stop board. I'm not sure there is a specific one we want. No, there is. 4 or 5 car stops. Okay. Let's ease off a little bit, because once again, we have gone a little bit slow here. But we've got time. My voice has got a bit funny. And any second now. Stop. That'll do. Woo. Try not to die there. I have noticed something quite funny, which is... So I've just bashed my microphone. We do have a 10-car stop board, and it says SDO 8. Can 8 coaches fit here? Surely not. There's like room for 1 coach in front of us. What about behind us? Oh, you know what? Maybe 8 coaches can fit here. I always thought it was 6. The more you know, eh? I mean, I don't need to know any of this. I don't operate trains on this route, but yeah, interesting stuff. I guess a 10-car East Midlands Railway set could stop here and open most of its doors if it really wanted to. I did forget to put it in neutral, but oh well. Right. Should have the doors closing now. And off we go. Off we go to Langley Mill. I think my mother has been to Langley Mill station a few times. Because her partner used to live on a boat, I think, if I remember correctly. It's fine, my mother's not going to see this video, so she's not going to correct me. Yeah, I think my mother's partner used to live on a boat near Langley Mill, but now lives with her, so yeah, she's more acquainted with that station than I am, and I used to work trains I didn't work trains, I worked on trains, I suppose it's more accurate, that stopped there. Right, we got a tunnel here. I remember this tunnel. This tunnel was my... Okay, now get the trolley the hell out of the aisle. Queue. It's not the longest of tunnels, but it's definitely... It definitely is a tunnel that exists. And that is how we know that I have started running out of things to talk about. We've got, what, like 25 minutes left of this? So, yeah, I'm getting hungry. It is 6:20 p.m. and I did start work at 4 a.m., a little bit before 4 a.m. today, which means I had breakfast at 2:30 and lunch at 7:30. The only thing I've had since 7:30 is some sweets. So I will be making dinner. I'll be making a large dinner immediately after I finish filming this. Might even put a picture of my dinner in the edit of the video. But yeah, I am hungry. Right, we've got a 70 here, so let's actually brake a little bit because we're going downhill. Just didn't want to speed. Oh, got the braking off. But yeah, that's like amazing timing. 70 limit just as you get to 70 in a 158. I assume on a 195 we'd have been at 70 well before that, but ah well. Let's give it a bit of throttle because we are losing speed slightly despite going downhill. But I think these are more goods lines. I think it's like just for freight trains to be shoved out the way so that passenger trains aren't stuck behind them when they're broken down or going at 30 miles an hour or whatever. But again, I don't know. Right. The train should be able to accelerate by itself. No, never mind. I was going to say, we're going down a steeper hill, but apparently that's not enough. But we do have a 75 and then an 80, so I will, I'll give it some beans in a second. Beans are now indeed happening. There's... oh, pardon me. There's our 80 limit. So we'll try and get up to that. We've got 2 and a bit miles until Langley Mill, so we don't have to worry about braking quite yet. But I think I'm getting the hang of braking this thing. Oh, hello, there is another train here. Is it Northern? It is Northern. It's only a 2-car, but it's Northern. Ding. Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of braking on this thing now. It's been a while since I've driven one. The last time I drove one in Train Sim was... it would have been when I did my live stream of Sheffield to Manchester. Which was, I think, a few months ago. Yeah, we've got Langley Mill coming up. I think I'm going to start braking now. Gonna give it over a mile. Ding. I'm impressed by the number of automatic signals on this route. It's not something I expected, actually. Don't know who the signalling is controlled by now. But, for reference, as we come up to the signal, I'll show you what an automatic signal is, or how you can tell it's automatic. But basically, it just means, as far as I understand it, it's like the signal automatically changes in general. Don't remember 100%. Like the kind of the intricacies behind it, but it's the white with the black line across. That tells you that it's automatic. So you've got automatic, semi-automatic, and controlled signals. And yeah, again, I don't know the specifics behind how they all work. But it might be a case of like the signals behind it, or the signals in front of it, like how they automatically switch back to yellow and green. Maybe. Again, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, Welcome to Langley Mill. It's an interesting station, this one. The platforms are staggered. So I think there's like a main road, maybe not a main road, but there's a road that kind of goes underneath a bridge that's between the platforms. Look out to our left as we leave. Right. Escar board is at the very end of the platform, but I definitely want to stop a little before the end, because otherwise not all the doors will open, because this game does some weird things sometimes. So I think that's pretty good. But yeah, it's literally just a set of stairs down to the road there, and then there's a ramp up from the road to the other platform, which you can just about see there. But yeah, this does look rather nice. Let's get back in the cab, because doors are about to close. Right. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here indeed. So yeah, there's the road I was on about, and then on this side you've got the other station platform. Oh, I've got a very low resolution kit bag there. Personally, that is not where I would store mine. Store it like kind of in there by the gangway, but you know, it is what it is. It'd be really cool if like you could take that and move it around, but this game is not quite that detailed, so yeah. Alright, Ilkeston next. We've got 3 miles to go until Ilkeston. Quite close together, these towns. So I believe we're in Derbyshire, but I believe the border... Ooh, bashed my mic again. Sorry. Yeah, we're in Derbyshire, but the border of Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire is like right there, I believe. Literally just next to the railway line. We'll be crossing into Nottinghamshire shortly after Ilkeston, I believe. But yeah, should make it pretty close to 80 by the time we have to brake, but perhaps not quite. We will see. Oh, pardon me again. My mouth is full of gas, or I guess it's coming through my mouth. My stomach is full of gas. Didn't even eat anything today that should be making me burp. Oh, I'm pressing the button, hang on. Oh, I thought it was going to emergency brake me there. It was like pressing the button and the alarm wasn't going away. Right, 1.5 miles to Ilkeston. We're above 70 miles an hour. So, I'm going to take the throttle off and give it a few seconds. We don't need to brake quite yet. But, how about now-ish? I said now. There we go. Seems as good a time as any to start braking. This bridge up ahead is quite cool. There's a lot of history behind it. I don't remember exactly what the history is, but I know there's a lot of history behind it. I can see as well we've got some flashing yellows in the distance, which makes sense, because we will be going off to the left shortly after Ilkeston Station. Where have they gone? There they are. The resolution is weird. It's like when you're far away from the signals, they take up 1 pixel. So if anything is kind of near it, that 1 pixel is covered and you can't see the signal anymore. Then as you get closer, obviously, it takes up more. Right. So yeah, double flash in yellow here. So that's telling us that if we're going left at the next junction, which we will be, we've got a speed limit of 30 miles an hour. Which makes sense because it is it's quite a rough junction, which you'll see when we go over it. Definitely not as smooth as the one near Chesterfield where we could do 70. Right, welcome to Ilkeston. I need to give it some step 2. Oh, crap. Brake. Step 3. Brake. Oh, okay, did it. Jesus, that was that is what we call in the railway industry a code brown. I left it slightly too late there. But, well, it is what it is. I thought the platform was longer than it is. This seems like shorter than I'm used to for this station. Yeah, looks like we're straight out of here. Somehow, we are 2 minutes late, which I don't understand, because I've been driving, like, quite quickly. So yeah, I don't understand why we're 2 minutes late, but well. It is what it is. We've got 14 minutes to get to Nottingham, which we should be absolutely fine to do. I don't think it'll take that long. So this should be a single flashing yellow that we've got this next signal. Which might be being blocked by the bridge. Yeah, there it is. There's the single flashing yellow just in the distance there. So I'm not going to get too much speed up because we do need to brake for the 30. Let's stop accelerating now. I'll accelerate a little bit more. But the question is this signal going to be a single yellow, or is it going to be green? Either way, it should have a junction indicator on top of it. That should be lit. It is really useful playing this game to have, like, the knowledge that I need to have to do my job as a conductor. Obviously, it's not the same as being a driver, but the signalling stuff, like, it does, yeah, it does give you a lot of useful knowledge. Right, we've got a green signal. The junction indicator. So essentially, it could route us. There were 2 positions for it, and the more leftwards one was lit. So it can route us either, like, just onto these lines. Oh, brake. So I told you the junction was rough. Look at this. Just kind of get slammed to the side. No point in accelerating here. So yeah, it could put us on these lines and keep us here. But the second position was lit, which means we're going all the way off to the left, which is this junction coming up here. Bit violent there as well. There are multiple views? No. Just the one passenger view there. Yeah, we're now, I believe, in Nottinghamshire. Let's give it some speed because we are going up a steep hill. We do have an 80 limit coming up. Okay, we was speeding slightly there. Cut it close, accelerated a little bit early, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate, I was hoping to avoid speeding today. It's generally good to avoid speeding when you're a train driver. Unless you're in Derail Valley sandbox mode, in which case speeding is not only allowed but encouraged because it leads to spectacular explosions. But this is not Derail Valley sandbox mode. I think that was the M1. Yeah, that's the M1 that we just went over. Come on, I'm pressing the button. I'm pressing the button. Jesus. I might have to hold the button for a couple of seconds. I don't know why it wasn't clearing the alarm, but... ah well. We survived. We survived indeed. Getting really, really hungry. I'm so glad we're almost in Nottingham. It's not to say I don't enjoy making these videos. I very much enjoy it. But I wish I was stuffing my face with food right now. So what's that? We've got 5.5 miles left. Okay. We've got 9 minutes to do it in. Should be fine, although the bits of track closer to the station are a lot slower than these bits that we're on now. But yeah, I think we're kind of in suburban Nottingham now. I think we are. Should we have a look at the overhead view? Oh, well, let me change it. Yeah, look at this. We're very much in suburban Nottingham. I'm surprised that there aren't any train stations kind of in this area. No, I've said the word train stations, or phrase train stations. That's gonna get me some, well, I don't know, depending on how many people are still watching this video by now, that will get me some disgruntled people saying, it's a railway station! It's a railway station! It's a train station. I mean, it can be a railway station. I call them train stations because it's a station that trains stop at. So, yeah. In my mind, it is perfectly acceptable to call it a train station or a railway station, you know, whatever you want to do. Yeah, we've got some speed limits coming up, so I'm going to be mindful of that. Got a 35, which is the main one we need to worry about, in about a mile, so I'm going to brake for that. I might have actually left that too late, especially with this gradient, so I might have to use some step 2. That was a bit silly. Oh, I've got the 50 coming up as well. Okay, yep, step 2 it is. Step 2 of braking it is. Oh well. Shouldn't need to use it too much. Should be good to take it off step 2 in a few seconds. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do indeed. Gets us down below 50 for the 50 limit. Ding! Might have to put it back in step 2 for the 35 though. Yeah. I will do. The downhill does not help matters here. That'll do though. I'm going to take it down to like 32-ish because it is quite a downhill, so it's going to build some speed back up again. Yeah, we're very much in Nottingham now. Do also have a 30 limit coming up. That'll be for the junction onto the kind of main line into Nottingham. So I'm not going to bother accelerating here. But yeah, we are almost here. Ding. That signal's really tall. I find that quite funny. Look how high up it is. Right. Below 30 now. I don't know why. Oh, it's for the bridge. Okay. I guess that bridge must be weak or something. So, trains have got to go 30 miles an hour over it. Or less. You can go less than 30 if you want. You could go over it at 2 miles an hour. You wouldn't get very far at that speed. It would take, I mean, that's slower than walking. So, I don't know why you would. Yeah. Getting close now. We're getting very, very close to Nottingham. Ding. No junction indicators for us on that signal. Yeah, we've got Nottingham on the HUD there. We should definitely, we've got 4 minutes to go 1.3 miles. We should have no issue being on time there. I don't know why it wanted us at Langley Mill so early. Not Langley Mill, Ilkeston. Got a double yellow. We need to watch out for that because that means we've got a red signal kind of in 2 signals time, just beyond that 25 limit. So I'm going to slow down to less than 25. Just in case that is still red when we get there. Alright, I'll ease off a little bit now. And brake again. I said brake again. Jesus. Beep. Yeah, it is this one is a single yellow, which means the next one will be a red. So, yeah. Okay. That's telling us platform 4. Okay, so we've got position lights, which means we are clear into the platform, just being very cautious. I'm gonna stop accelerating now then. But yeah, we're almost at Nottingham. So I will take this moment to say thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed recording it. And yeah, I hope to see you again in another video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I should probably have said that earlier on in the video, but ah well, who cares? But yeah, I guess I've said that a little bit early. We do still have like a minute until we stop. Oh, I do find platform 4 interesting. Must be confusing for passengers who don't know the station very well. Because like you very clearly got tracks on either side of you, and it looks like you're going straight through the station. But no. Platform 4 appears as this weird little outcrop. It's weird, funky little outcrop. I love it. Usually I believe the northern services from Leeds go into platform 1, but clearly not today. I'm just going to wait until the whole train is on, and I'm going to brake now. For some reason we do have a position light at the end of the platform, which tells us we can go further that way if we want, but like that wouldn't be good because that route doesn't exist in Train Sim. But yeah. Anyway, welcome to Nottingham. I guess we'll wait here until this bar fills up. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Okay, I'm very confused. It said you did not complete the scenario successfully. Apparently I picked up passengers at 6 out of 7 platforms. I'm so confused now. I don't know what went wrong, but oh well. I guess that's it. Once again, thank you for watching and goodbye.